Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another amazing episode of Event TV. Excited about being here today. Listen, I know you probably heard me say that for every single episode. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. That's it. Yes, I love events and I love events experiences. And so we are excited about continuously bringing you top notch professionals from all over the world. And today we have an amazing guest, and I'm going to bring her up, Mrs. Charisse Sawyer. Hey, Charisse.
Hi, how are you?
I am amazing, amazing. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone and tell them who you are?
Yes. So thank you so much again for having me. My name is Charessa Sawyer. I am based out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I am bred. I'm a Tar Heel all the way. So I am from North Carolina, but based here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm an event producer here. But outside of being an event producer, producing galas and conferences and so many other style events, I am a therapist. And so what I've done is merge this event world with my therapy world, right? My counseling world. And we've created what we call event therapy, an event therapy network. And so what we do is we bring awareness to mental health in the events and entertainment industry. And we've done that in so many different ways through our lounges, through our magazine. We have an event therapy magazine, as well as just traveling across the US. And we even have a upcoming event in Paris virtually where we're talking about mental health, Shauna. So it's that is what I do. I just love to bring that information to our industry and make sure that we are safe within ourselves as professionals in this high stress but beautiful industry, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes,
And thank you for that because excuse me, as we all know, events are can be extremely stressful. And
correct.
some reports have reported it as being like number five, of
Yes,
the most stressful positions, up there
yes,
with flying an airplane. So you want to share more
yep.
about that?
Military, behind the police department, behind all of that, and even when it comes to wedding planners, there is a statistic that says that 77% of wedding planners or wedding professionals, that is, have contemplated or had ideations of death by suicide. And this
Mhm.
is something that is happening on a continuous basis. Even within my own speaking circuit, we've had people who have taking their life. And, obviously it's not just the events that's leading people to feel a way that they, aren't able to continue on. There's other things that go on. And so a part of event therapy is to just let people know that, yes, we have these event things that are happening, right? But we also have life that's happening, right? So
Right.
nothing stops because you have a client's wedding or a client's gala or whatever the style of event it is that you're doing, or DJing, right? So the statistics continue to like just rock my world, even when it comes to substance abuse, of course, um, grief, depression, anxiety. Most
Mm,
people, they don't even know that they're having an anxiety attack, so that's
right.
what we want to do, teach people what that looks like.
Yes, and this is so important because, on event days, and I tell
Yes.
people all the time, event days are not 24 hours. Please don't think they are. They are technically, but it goes by really, really fast and really,
Yeah.
really stressful. And a lot of these event days are very, very close in sentiment to people's hearts, whether it is a
Yes.
multi-day conference, it's your
Yes.
partner on exposition, or it's a wedding, it's the date of that you dreamed of ever since you was a small child, or any family
Right.
gathering. People, we pretty much spend months and months and months, and weeks and weeks and weeks planning this short
Day.
span day or event. And
Yeah.
all of that energy is pushed into that small amount of time. So you are
Yeah.
absolutely correct. So tell me, I just want to know,
Yeah.
because this is really, really unique and admirable that you have put your two loves, your two gifts together. Now, how did you get here? How did you get into, duality space? Unique
You
twin.
know what? So one thing is I've been doing events for a long time, like just doing events, right? Since high school, right? You've been doing events and things. And
Oh,
even when I became a professional in the industry, I realized like even back then, what was those feelings that I was having? That anxiety, that pressure. Even in high school, you're doing events or whatever, like what is that feeling that I'm having? And then as a professional, now I already had my degree in social work. I already been working with clients and, providing services in that area. What I recognize is that as event professionals, our job is to entertain, right? To help people entertain, to keep them smiling. But many of my colleagues were not smiling themselves. Yet we were
oh,
ensuring that others were smiling. And I would even raise my hand to be one of those ones as well because of the pressure, because of I mean, at the end of the day, we're people pleasers too, right? We want our
right.
clients to, we're service providers. And so what happened was I started recognizing, hey, my colleagues, my team, myself, we need additional support to ensure that we are taking care of ourselves. That long timeline that we have to put together, that we're adding ourselves in that timeline, and that we're making sure that we are delegating tasks and not trying to take everything on ourselves, and that we have support as well. So that's kind of how I got into it. And I would say another thing, I had two clients, and as a mental health professional, obviously I can see some of the signs of what's going on. And I started recognizing how her anxiety was impacting me and my team. And so I
Mm,
began to provide her with homework. Not, hey, make sure you contact your mother-in-law, make sure you do this. It was, hey, here is a worksheet on anxiety measures and how to reduce your stress and things of that nature, which she super duper loved. Now I don't ask people to do that for everyone, but she
right.
knows a therapist as well. And so I realized that helped her, but it helped us. And so that's how I kind of said, okay, this is an event therapy. Our clients need this, but we need it too. And let's put these things together so I can support as many people as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's great because, as event hosts, they do experience a lot of pressure
Hmm.
as well because they're the ones
Yes.
that are paying for everything. They're the
Yes.
ones that everyone is coming to see and everyone wants to call them and love on them. So they're getting a lot of energy as well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that your client really appreciated the fact that you were able to provide those resources for her to manage herself while she's in the midst of this event. Because we, as event professionals, we want the day to go absolutely flawless. And so, of course, we are freaking ourselves out to ensure that that does happen, but we also want to make sure that our event hosts are, doing what they are needing to do to ensure that they are protected as well. So, with you planning events and
Mhm.
doing therapy, who did
Mhm.
you become in the process?
Who did I become in the
Uh-huh.
process?
How did you
I
evolve
think I be
professional?
Yeah, I think I became Charessa, more like understanding who I am as a
Mm,
professional, but as me, you know,
right.
because in therapy you meet a lot of people, and you take on, and sometimes if you're an empath like me, sometimes that energy can transfer to you,
Yeah.
So I
Word.
had to do a lot of debriefing, and that's the same thing on the event side. With a client, I remember one client said, Teresa, I don't know what to do. I don't want my mother-in-law to come to my birthday party. I don't know
I
how to
love
say this.
that.
You know, I don't know
And
how to
we
say
have to
this.
eloquently deal with that dynamic,
Yes,
without hurting somebody's feelings.
exactly. And without taking on too much either for yourself. Because you
Right.
don't want to get yourself in a place where you say, well, don't invite her. And then it becomes a big issue. And it's like, well, Teresa said, don't invite her,
Right.
So you have to figure out how to do it. So I think I became myself. I became more understanding of what I need to maintain my own mental clarity, what I need to push forward in this industry, and to understand it is okay when even me as a therapist get frustrated or upset, to give my own self grace that I feel this way, but hey, these are my own strategies that I can use to help manage my own emotions as we're dealing with these people, who are spending a lot of money and they're stressed too. And so I think I became more of me and more comfortable in my skin as a therapist and as an event professional.
I love that. I love that so much, because it is an evolution, whenever you are
Yeah.
growing and based on what, the gift that God gives us, we're in that respective industry and yours just happened to be event slash therapy. So, all right. So at this point in your personal and professional career, what are
Hmm.
next for you? I mean, what is it that you would like to do next?
Oh, you know what? All events are movies for me. So my first love has always been the movie industry, film industry, all of that. So when I produce events, I create storyboards like this is a movie. And so when we get to that event, that is the world premiere, baby. We are on the carpet. This is what it is. So
Yes.
what's next for me is to continue to do these events in that way, but also I'm working on some things that you guys can actually see on television. So,
Oh,
I
what?
that right there in I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah, because listen, this industry is full of life. We are full of life, right? This industry allows us to see just like how far we can go, how far we can grow. And the sky is not the limit, right? There's so much even beyond the sky, right? And so next for me is to do whatever God says that I can do. And he's planted so much in me that it's time for me to continue to work in through those blessings that he's given me, and learn and grow, girl. Like, listen,
Absolutely.
with yeah, like that's what it is. Event therapy in itself, we're doing some classes for people too, so
Right.
that you can become. We have a mental health certificate program, and so that's what's next for event therapy is to be able to, if you don't want to come to therapy, if you don't have a therapist, I want you to at least have some additional skills that you can use for yourself before
Right.
the event, day of the event, after the event. So the certification program gives you those tools.
Love it. Love it. And you are having an event in Paris, correct? Tell us
Well,
about that.
it's gonna be virtual. It's gonna be virtual.
Virtual.
So it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's virtual. With that one, but it's meant it's for event therapy, and it's doing exact what I said is we're talking about burnout. We're talking about the power of pause. We're talking about things that you could do to support yourself in this industry, no matter where you are in this industry. But we
Right.
are having an event in Atlanta. Um, in a couple of weeks. It's a event town hall. It's called Conversations Behind the Drapes. Yeah,
Mm.
Conversations Behind the Drapes. Yeah. This is our second time doing one. And at that time, we're going to unveil the next cover of Event Therapy magazine.
Oh, how sweet is that? I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So tell us who should be at this town hall and who should be at the event the virtual event that you're doing in Paris.
Right, right. So the Paris one is from a client. So that's her membership. So
Okay.
that's going to be those individuals. Yeah.
Okay. That's
But listen,
interesting.
like
Okay,
I
guys.
just said, the sky is not the limit. So you never
Right.
know. We can do one, right?
Right. Right.
But yeah, but the town hall, everyone, if you are in the events industry, if you are in the mental health industry, if you are someone who want to do your own events, you're not you're not a event professional, but you want to do your own events, you want to learn more. If you are a potential client for an event, so this will be good for you to understand what your event planners, what your DJs, what your facility owners, venue owners, all of that. It could be a good time so you can understand the dynamic of the industry, as well as if you're in the entertainment industry. So everyone should really be at this event. And it's at the Gathering Spot, very, very popular location in Atlanta, LA, and DC. And,
Love it.
they're partnering with us to get this message out about mental health in our industry.
Love it. Love it. And with that being said, just in case someone is hearing this and listening to this, post your event, how can they get in contact with you if they're needing to, connect with you regarding events or event therapy?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm always on social media, number one. Probably shouldn't be. I've been trying to do a digital detox because that's what
I
I
know I
push out.
found you, girl.
You,
I know
you
we're in
know,
that
that's how we met, right?
space.
But my website for event therapy is eventtherapynetwork.com. From there, you can find out more about who we are, what we do, about our one-on-one sessions, our group sessions. If you would like for me to come out or our team to come out to speak to your group, provide you with any type of resources, you can find us there. Or you can simply email me. I'm very open at hello@eventtherapynetwork.com. If you're looking for someone to produce an event with you, for you, staffing, if you're an event planner, you just need some additional support, we do that as well. And my company is SC Visionary Planning and Production Services. So you can go to Instagram for that one at SC Visionary Services and Event Therapy Network as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for today's conversation.
Yeah.
As everyone, if you heard here, if you need to connect with Charessa, make sure you connect with her. She is doing an amazing job in this space, and I am so appreciative of you.
Can I say one more thing, Shadow? Just for
Absolutely.
listeners. One of the things that I mentioned earlier about the statistics of 77%, and also about suicide, and I never want to damper conversations, but I always want people to understand something is, this industry is a beautiful industry, but it does come with its pressures, right? And
Yes.
so one of the things that we are really pushing is for everyone to find out who your trusted five are. Who five people, three people, who are those people that you can connect with, that you can talk to? Of course, we want you to have a therapist. You could dial 988 if you need support. Uh-oh, it shut off.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was trying to spotlight you because what you're saying is very, very important.
Oh, okay. So I was like, uh-oh.
It's okay. You're like, oh, we went down. No, go ahead because I want you. I mean,
Okay.
this is important what you're saying. So I
Yeah.
want you to go ahead and share with individuals what they can do.
Okay, thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I think it's very important for all of us to understand that this industry is a beautiful industry. Like I said, it's an amazing industry. We all cheering each other on. But we do have some pressures that we all face that's compounded with life experiences. And so one of the things that event therapy is encouraging right now is for you to find out who your trusted five are. Who's your trusted three? And if you cannot figure out who your trusted individuals are that you can connect with, that you can say, hey, sister, or hey, brother, or hey, friend, can I speak with you? Can I talk with you? Can I release right now? Do you have the capacity for me right now to release these things? If you feel that you don't have anyone, connect with event therapy because we have someone that you can talk to, that you can release with, that you can really be able to help process what is happening within yourself so that you can maintain some satisfaction and inner peace. Our goal is to help you find that inner peace or to maintain that inner peace that is. And so who are your trusted five? If you need support with developing and understanding and trying to figure that out, connect with us that way as well. Email us, even DM me on Instagram at Event Therapy Network. But we want you to feel that you have people that you can reach out to, that you can begin to release those bricks that may be heavy on your shoulders. These are the things that will support you in maintaining that level of satisfaction and joy that you had in the first place with being in the industry, and having support. around you, not just your mom or your dad or your sisters or your brothers, but even people within the industry that you can reach out to, that you can hug on, is I think is very supportive, is very helpful in you overcoming anything that might be a weighing down on you. And so with event therapy, we are pushing that trusted five. We have a pledge that I pledge to support my sisters and brothers in this industry. I pledge to be there for them. I pledge to connect. I pledge to call them. The pledge is called the Pick Up the Phone Pledge. So it's a campaign, pick up the phone campaign. And with that, it's really putting ownership on ourselves, with supporting each other. Too many of us are resulting to death by suicide, and we want to be able to support where we can. But we definitely want to be able to support where we can. So this is where event therapy falls in line. So I thank you so much, Shanna, for allowing me to share that. That information is also in our magazine, so you can find it on our website as well. So for sure.
Right, right. Yeah, that was very, very important because there may be someone out there right now that feels like they don't have someone. And if they
Exactly.
need to connect with someone, then they get to. And so I
Yes.
appreciate you doing that so
Yeah,
much.
for sure. Thank you so much for allowing me to share that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So everyone, you heard her. Get connected. Make sure you have your trusted 3 to 5, and
Mhm.
Charissa is going to help you do that. So, with that being
Yes.
said, thank you for another wonderful episode of Event TV, and we will see you soon.